Hey guys, it's Theo, and welcome to Theo's Talk. Hey guys, seriously, welcome to the talk show that I'm holding right now. Welcome to the podcast, whatever you want to call it. We got some things to talk about. I'll start off first by saying, let's get in depth. Now today, some shocking news, hit the NFL world today. Carolina Panthers head coach was, suddenly relieved of his coaching duties. When I first got the notification, I thought at first, this really can't be happening. Ron Rivera, he took them to the Super Bowl, How you gonna fire him? But in all honesty, I wasn't even surprised because coaching is a very hard thing to do, especially in the NFL. It's the highest level of professional football, and you got 32 teams trying to win games, and jobs come in the NFL, jobs go, especially at the head coaching level. Now, in my opinion, I disagree with the firing, but most importantly, I disagree with the timing of this firing because I feel like the Panthers were not in a position to win, and we understand that. But look at the time that this guy lost his job, okay? There's still 4 more games left in the season. Why not fire him at the end of the season? Why not wait till the end of the season? You made a decision to let this man go and not finish what he started, regardless of if it's making the playoffs, regardless of regardless of if it's a losing season. Let him finish what he started first off. That's my thing. Number one. Number two, I'm not making excuses for this guy. The NFL is a win now league. Ron Rivera, we'll never forget what he did for the Carolina Panthers. He took them to a Super Bowl, and it's Cam Newton as his quarterback. That goes into my second point. Quarterback and head coach relationships are what drive our league today and what will continue to drive our league. Cam Newton was not there this season. He was injured. Ron Rivera was deprived of his quarterback for the season. He lost his job because his quarterback was not able to stay healthy for this season, and he elected to take the surgery to become healthy for the next season. And as a result, Ron Rivera was, he was forced to go with Kyle Allen, because of, let's take a look. Kyle Allen stepped in and he won a good amount of games for the Carolina Panthers. But, after a while, teams started to catch up to him. They lost against Green Bay. They took a beating from the San Francisco 49ers, which, by the way, are playing at a level that is, no one's seen. No one's seen from them, and no one has expected for them. So, the timing of the firing was just absurd. He was about to, the end of the season was approaching. Let the guy ride it out. Let him finish what he started. Now, my next point is basically, going back to what I stated prior. He didn't have his quarterback. And I feel that he was the scapegoat in this situation. Let's look at some of the premier quarterbacks in the league today, and let's look at some of the teams. We can go look at the teams with the elite quarterbacks on upper echelon. What could you expect teams such as Green Bay to do? Look at their history. Look how they have performed when Aaron Rodgers has went down. They're not a good team. Aaron Rodgers is seen by many to have carried that team to the one Super Bowl that they have and continues to carry that team. He's the best player on that team. Let's look at the Chiefs. Would the Chiefs be the same without Patrick Mahomes? Would the Patriots be the same without Tom Brady? Would the Ravens be the same without Lamar Jackson? Let's take these points into consideration, and let's realize what Ron Rivera was dealing with. Going through a season in a tough division, the NFC South, which is at one point one of the best divisions in football. As a matter of fact, I will bring up this. About 3-4 years ago, actually about 4 or 5 years ago, the Panthers made it out of the NFC South and made it to the Super Bowl. That was the year that Cam Newton was the MVP. 2 years later, the Atlanta Falcons, they made it out of the NFC South. Actually, sorry, a year later, the Falcons made it out of the NFC South and made it to the Super Bowl, which was one, the NFC South being one of the best divisions in football. Let's look at it now. The Falcons, they're at the bottom of the division with a record of 3-9. The Panthers, they're not doing that great this year. So let's look at these teams and let's look at what history tells us. How teams are supposed to handle their quarterback's absence. And my point is, Ron Rivera was a scapegoat. He was the scapegoat. He was not hired when David Tepper, who was the owner of the Carolina Panthers, he was not hired while David Tepper was the owner. He was hired before that. So maybe we can look in depth another time and see how that relationship was. But, another point I'd like to make is, will this move help the Panthers or will this move hurt the Panthers? I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Part 2 will be coming up soon. Let's get in depth. Thank you.